On the 21st of November, photojournalist Neil Morgan accused singer-songwriter Katie Cross of assault. 2 days on, the paparazzi continued to stake out her North London home.
This is the address. Looks like I'm the first one here. It'll be busier later, trust me.
Graham Rodey has been a London-based photographer for a popular music magazine since 1998. Graham has been waiting outside Katie Cross's house for 2.5 hours.
It's really not that glamorous. People think it's all fancy parties and meeting stars, but it's 12-hour days. Long, cold nights. I have to go through 3 flasks of tea just to keep the cold out. And they end up pissing all the time. One time, I was after this one shot. It was a £1 job, so missing that could have meant missing a month's salary. Anyway, long story short, I pissed myself. I urinated into my trousers and into my sock. But sometimes, that's what you got to do. Turned out it was the wrong house. But what I'm trying to say is it's not the greatest job in the world. But when you're young, you're taken in by all the glamour of it all.
Tim, isn't it? Tim?
Tom.
Tom, you couldn't spare a couple of batteries, could you? I wouldn't normally ask, I'm normally very well prepared, but the fates seem to have conspired against me today.
Yeah, sure, here.
Thanks. How's it been going anyway?
Alright, thanks mate, yeah. I've taken a few good shots, I've sold a few, particularly in...
What equipment are you using?
Canon 500D.
Reasonable lens. Little tip for you. You see this button here?
The continuous shooting mode.
Top marks. Use it when she comes out. Chances are you'll get a good shot of her mid-blink. She'll look crazy.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Anytime.
Tom Goodman has recently graduated from the College of London and has since started an internship with a celebrity magazine. Tom will be headed to the North London flat later today.
I just kind of fell into it really. Went to maybe a dozen interviews before I realised that my 2-1 in photojournalism was about as useful as my Blue Peter badge. I didn't plan on doing tabloids and gossip mags, but the money's good and, well, it's pretty harmless. Everyone knows that most of it's nonsense and that the celebrities, they secretly love the attention. I read this story once. Oh, it was so sensationalistic. The title was something like, I don't know, Crazy Crackpot Amy Winehouse Wreaks Havoc in Camden Town. But the photo was just a picture of her scratching just above her ankle. And it was obvious that she looked crazy because they caught her mid-blink, you know?
So she didn't actually punch him then?
Not as such. She sort of pushed the camera into his face, but it scratched his cornea apparently, so it was pretty nasty.
That's not on. We're only trying to do our job.
Well, if she was trying to get rid of the paparazzi, that's backfired.
The trumped-up little bitch deserves whatever she gets.
Oh, yeah.
Posh Spice is the same. She's a bitch and all.
I bet so.
I've heard.
No, she is.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
If she's turned sideways, you can't see her.
Daniel Cambridge was the photographer for a top royal correspondent until 1999. He is now a successful freelance photojournalist.
Don't get me wrong. It was a great job. I got to go all over the world, ate in the nicest restaurants, slept in the best hotels. But with freelancing, I make my own hours. I haven't got to chase around after people anymore. But best of all, I don't have a boss. No bullshit editor telling me to do something, then complain about my methods when I do it. The industry's got so bureaucratic. 1 minute, you're the best in the business. The next, no major publication will touch you. Oh, shit, where are these batteries?
I used to be a music photographer. I used to tour with the Stones, Tom Waits, the Stooges, real rock bands. Those were the days. Back then, rock meant something. People believed in it. Not like today. I mean, look at this bird. Hit a photographer. And that's why we're all here. Because she did something controversial for the sake of it. She'll get all the attention she wants now. People want pictures. It's mugs like us who are here to take them. When I was on tour with the Stones, it was a big tour, mind, 34 states. Keith Richards snatched these car keys from a valet and drove it into a pool. Not to get attention, not to be cool, but because the car's owner, he was giving the valet grief for not showing him respect. I mean, that's rock and roll. I mean, not some pampered pop princess hitting a pap just for doing his job.
So why'd you stop?
Party's got to end sometime.
No way. That is juicy. And that's straight from Morgan himself. Well, no wonder she got so angry. Oh dear, oh dear. And how's his eye now? Yeah. Take care, mate. I've got a bit of information for you if you want it. Little thanks for the batteries.
Oh yeah, sure, thanks.
Turns out, Katie has a little secret. There's a reason Miss Cross got so defensive with that journalist. Turns out she was up the duff.
She's pregnant. Oh, that is a good scoop.
Was
Was what?
pregnant. Morgan snapped her outside a discreet abortion clinic across town. She must have killed the thing. That's why she assaulted Morgan. She didn't want the world to know what she was up to, silly bitch.
It's horrible.
I know. He was only doing what any good photojournalist should. Right place, right time.
No, you don't understand. I mean, there are certain times when she deserves some dignity, you know?
Don't be soft, Tim. You want to make it in this business, you have to go where average paps won't. Remember Diana's death in the tunnel? Sparked a whole row about how far the paparazzi should go. But you know what? Those photos, just after the crash, worth a fortune.
Were you in the...
You can't be soft in this game, Tim. Think about what I said. Thanks for the batteries.
Yeah, I think there are limits. At the end of the day, it may make it easier to think of them as mindless media drones. But they're just people. They've got their own little secrets and insecurities. Even rock stars have to call their mothers. Yeah, there's a lot of things that should be off limits. There's a lot of things I'm not going to tell you.
But isn't that your job?
It's just a job. There are limits.
It's hard to say how long I'll do it for. I'd be lying if I said it's what I saw myself doing with my life, but it's a job. It's a steady job. It's been fun so far.
Come on, over here.
Smile for me, Katie. Come on, Katie. Let's have a quick look at you, Katie. Come on.
I guess I could see myself making a career out of it. You know, climbing the ladder.
Katie, well done. Is it true you've had an affair with 2 women in the last 6 months, Katie? Easy, mate. How's your mark? Come on, Katie. Come on, let's this way, Katie. Come on.
I'm young. Dunno. Maybe I'll just see how it goes tonight.
Just a quick one. Come on, Katie, this way. Quickly over here. Don't take the glasses off, Katie. Give us a posh bench. Come on, Katie, this way. Put your hand down. Come on, quickly over here. Katie, you are this way, Katie, are you? Come on, Katie, this way. Come on, Katie. Come on. Have you spoken to these guys since, Katie? What's going on there? Come on, Katie, just a quick one. Come on, Katie. This way, Katie.